Do you think this enclosure that you're commenting on is irreversible? Or do you think that some future crisis might cause the system to sort of regress somehow, so the spaces become public again?
I don't think so. No, I've not really encountered privatised spaces that have then suddenly become public again. I mean, other than the sense that the Olympic Park, say, the new Olympic Park, was once upon a time very much an open, apart from bits that were belonging to particular factories or operations or whatever, was then completely enclosed. I mean, fences around it, high levels of security, Gurkhas, helicopters, everything. Now it's to some extent an open, public space again, but the narrative of that space is so absolute that I can't regard it as a public space. I mean, it's so much telling you how to behave and what to do and where to walk that it becomes like a parody of a public space rather than a public space. And essentially all roads are leading into Westfield Supermount. And you can't avoid it. You literally have to go through it to get to the stations. You have to engage with this. And they're becoming the primary developers. And they're putting up great blocks of housing which are not really public housing. So there's a pretty queasy equation going on. And I don't know how it will be claimed back. When I first moved into Hackney in the 1960s, there was a very strong move to occupy empty properties. A lot of them were council-owned and were just being ignored and allowed to stand empty. And that, to some extent, still goes on, but the kind of way it's dealt with now is much more fierce.